So Brad, you're a big runner. You've told me that you have some lower back pain that you think comes from compressed discs every now and then. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, I'm a runner and I'm a graphic designer, so I sit at a desk all the time. So I don't have that opportunity just to get up and down if I'm sitting there at my desk. You know, you got a job that's got a deadline or something. So I'm all the time sitting, like this. Versus people that can go up and down and they can let those back muscles and everything just be more flexible. So I get the opportunity to run, and of course that's kind of the complete opposite, where you have all that impact from running and from all body parts, but especially in the back, because that's that core part that has to stay really strong. And then when that happens, you start to get that compression on those. So yeah, it does get to get where it's hurting all the time.
What kinds of things do you do to try to alleviate the pain?
I try to do some back stretching, and that I do on the floor, just kind of mat exercises. I typically do that before a run. I do it early in the morning. Try to do it before I go to bed if I can think to do that, but definitely pre-run, post-run. It's always important to do that, but you still, for putting impact on your back all the time, it causes those back muscles and everything in there to compress. So yeah, there's pain.
Have you ever tried traction or an inversion table or seen a chiropractor to try to pull those compressed discs out?
I've seen a chiropractor before in the past, but it's okay. You get that adjustment that makes you feel like it's that the world's been changed. But once I go a day without it, it's like you feel like you got to go right back, all the time.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to do that. Everyone wants to be able to wake up the next morning and feel perfect Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so looking for something that can really help me feel that 100% every day is kind of what I'm looking for.
Okay, well I appreciate you agreeing to try and lumbar track. I think it'll be a different experience for you.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and get you strapped in.
Okay.
What we want to do is get you to lay on that with your, we want to wrap that around your hip. We want to wrap this right under your rib cage. Okay. And let's put your leg through this strap right here. So kind of scooch up that way. That looks good right there. Don't pull this tight. You can bend your knees, just like on that graphic that you designed for me. Just under. You're skinny. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Okay, now put your leg like that,
Mm-hmm.
and this in the middle. Now take your time and just start wheeling those handles out. Just relax on the table. Can you feel any pull yet?
Yes, it's getting. I can feel the tension pulling me.
Good.
Now, should you be putting pressure just to kind of hold yourself, or should I let it do what it's going to do?
What you want to do is just wheel it out until you feel the pull, and then stop it and let it catch up a little bit, let it stretch out,
Oh, I see
and
what you-
then pull it a little bit more. And what you want to do is work up to that point where you get the pull to an uncomfortable point, but not pain.
Right.
You never want pain. You went too far if you did that.
That's right. Yeah, I don't feel pain.
The idea is to get to that point that it's a little bit uncomfortable. Now we're pulling the tissue that's never been pulled and hold it there. And then when it'll take a little bit more, we'll pull it a little bit more. But we don't want to overdo it. This is your first try, and we really haven't warmed those muscles up like we should have. Before a try, it'll give you a good idea of what it does.
Mm-hmm. I feel that's good.
That feel good?
That's awesome.
I like hearing words like awesome.
Yeah, because you can still stretch before a run, but you can also overdo your stretch when your muscles aren't quite warm. And this right here, it's taking its time, and you don't go and turn the wheel all the way around till it can't do anything. You get to that point, you let them warm, and then you go another distance.
Right. And you take your time and do that as long as you want to. You don't want to overdo it this first time. And when you feel like you've had enough, you just can either back them off gently or let go of the handles.
I can see you can do this all day.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It does. Wow.
It's a great place to meditate also.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That feels good. My wife needs to try this. She injured herself at the job place years and years ago.
And she has lower back pain.
She has lower back pain. It's gotten better since she's lost weight. But
Well, being overweight, and that's like it was for me and so many other people, that's just like putting a sack of potatoes on your shoulder and walking around and
that's right.
compressing those discs.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are unlucky enough to the point they herniate their disc.
That's right. Now, what's the recommended amount of time to
When I first started out and I was warm and I really needed to stretch that tissue, I would do 10 to 15 minutes.
mm-hmm.
I don't do that long anymore. Like a little while ago, when you guys were working at the table on the computer, I was feeling the pain in my lower back, so I just came up here for 5 minutes and I pulled it out, and it feels great now.
Yeah.
It's meant to be in your living room or your bedroom as your best friend, where
That's
you're going to
right.
visit it every 2 or 3 days, knowing you're going to do that probably for the rest of your life, but that it's there, and
That's right.
you don't have to drive across town to a chiropractor or a physical therapy office or a doctor. You know, you've got all that right there in your house.
That's right.
Some days you'll do more, and some days when you're in a hurry, you'll just want to get that pull and be on your way.
That's right. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna back off.
Yeah. Are the handles pretty easy to turn?
They're very easy. Very smooth.
And you get a good pull with a little bit of pressure.
Mm-hmm. Plus there's, around the center of the wheel here, there's a little roughness to it versus the slick that you have right here. So it allows you to have something that you feel like you can grab onto.
Mm-hmm. A lot of different ways to hold that handle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once you've got that backed off, let's get you unstrapped.
Yep, it's all the way to the end.
Let's sit up and pivot over here and tell me about your experience.
Oh wow, I can already feel a difference right there.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Because before I was downstairs here sitting at the desk with a chair hunched over for a while, so you get that little pinch that just from bending over. I don't even feel that now.
How about that?
I feel more mobile side to side.
Based on what you just experienced, do you think you would recommend this to someone who has back pain?
Absolutely, yes.
Great.
I need to bring my wife over here.
You do, Brad. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I
thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me use it.